Imagine your parents being absent on your big day. Tragic, right? Well, that was the case for a British aristocrat who fell in love with a Nigerian girl against the wishes of his critical aristocratic family. Soon after the marriage, their parents' approval became the least of their problems, following a difficult pregnancy that threatened the bride's life. So how did they end up together despite these obstacles? How did they face the challenges that came their way? And what's their life like now? They say love doesn't judge, but several people would argue that love breeds judgment. Perhaps the most widely known would be Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, whose union was threatened as a result of the duo's social differences. But before Meghan and Harry's story, there was Emma Thynn and Emma McQuiston, a British aristocrat and the daughter of a wealthy Nigerian socialite. You might be wondering why their union was ever opposed, considering Emma was from a wealthy background. To answer it simply, the British aristocracy and race. To people who aren't familiar with the British aristocracy, it's a bit confusing. Simply put, it's a fascinating and historic part of the United Kingdom's social fabric. It's rooted in centuries-old traditions and includes titles like dukes, earls, and viscounts, which are often passed down through generations. To the general public, the grand estates and formal events they attend can appear to be something out of a fairy tale. But they face their own unique pressures, like preserving family legacies and perhaps adapting to a rapidly changing world. With this in mind, you might understand the pressures that come with being a titled member of British society. Before he became the Marquess of Bath, Cialan's father, Alexander Thynn, was a title bearer. Known as one of Britain's richest people with the estimated net worth of £157 million, Alexander succeeded his father in 1992 and sat in the House of Lords as Lord Bath. However, it is perhaps his personal lifestyle that has caught the fancy of millions around the world. Back in 1969, he married Hungarian-born Anna Yarmothy, who was a former adult film actress. Naturally, this garnered a lot of speculation from the public and from his parents, who would have preferred someone of a more noble background. However, he was able to convince them that he was in love with her, and soon they got married. Together, they had 2 children, Lady Lenka Abigail Thynn and Cialan, 8th Marquess of Bath. It's not known whether the Marquess had a happy relationship with his wife, but what is known is that he had rather open sexual relations with other 70 women whom he referred to as his wifelets. Shockingly, this happened during his marriage. Following his death in April 2020, Cialan became the 8th Marquess of Bath, and with this came a new change for the British aristocracy. Cialan was born in Hammersmith as Alexander's first son and was named after the historic figure Cialan of Wessex. At the time, Alexander was the 7th Marquess of Bath, and it was expected that when Cialan grew up, he too would take over the title. He and his sister grew up near the family estate in Longleat in Wiltshire and attended local schools. When the time came for college, he chose to study economics and philosophy at University College London. After graduation, he entered the business world, initially as an emerging market specialist and later as a partner in real estate development. Although Cialan and Emma had known each other as children, they had lost contact and hadn't yet connected on a romantic level. In 1996, Cialan had a girlfriend who wasn't Emma, but unfortunately, she was killed in a tragic building collapse in New Delhi that also took the life of his business partner. Thankfully, Cialan himself survived the tragedy. After taking some time off to recuperate and deal with the loss, he soon continued his career with notable projects, including developing hotels in Russia and forming the Lion Trust, a private equity vehicle. In addition, in 2009, he took on a leadership role in the family business, becoming chairman of Longleat Enterprises. He brought innovative changes to Longleat House and Safari Park, working with Hollywood designers to enhance the attractions. Emma, on the other hand, had a vibrant and multicultural upbringing. She was born Emma Claire McQuiston on 26th of March 1986 in London to a Nigerian father, Chief Olapito Jitsumi, an oil billionaire and the executive chairman of Lagos Deep Offshore Logistics Company, and an English socialite mother, Susanna McQuiston. Growing up in South Kensington, Emma experienced the best of both worlds, blending the rich cultural heritage of Nigeria with the sophisticated lifestyle of London's elite. She excelled academically and socially, even becoming head girl of Queen's Gate School, a prestigious independent school known for its strong emphasis on character and leadership. Emma's passion for the arts led her to study art history at University College London, where she deepened her appreciation for culture and aesthetics. Not content with just one academic pursuit, she further honed her talents at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, studying classical acting. This combination of rigorous education and artistic training equipped her with a unique perspective and a well-rounded skill set. Interestingly, Emma's half-brother, Ian McQuiston, is married to Cialan's aunt, Lady Sylvie, and Emma had initially met Cialan when she was a bridesmaid at her wedding, when she was only 4. An avid cook, Emma loves entertaining and creating culinary experiences. She developed Emma's Kitchen at Longleat, inspired by the estate's historic recipes, and even launched food festivals. In 2019, Emma joined the cast of Strictly Come Dancing, the UK's version of Dancing with the Stars. She expressed her excitement saying, "I'm really looking forward to the onslaught of glitter." With excitement like this, it's no surprise that she's really hands-on with things like the animals at Longleat and involved in everything, from conservation programs for endangered red pandas to giving rhinos a bath in the Wiltshire mud. Some people are lucky enough to have met their life partner's children. For Emma and Cialan, such was the case with their relationship. The duo first met as children, but did not formally meet until they were both adults. The couple was immediately drawn to each other when they first reconnected at London's Soho House years after their first meeting. After 2 years of dating, they finally decided to tie the knot and announced their engagement in November 2012. Although Emma's family weren't exactly bothered by the union, they were unfortunately not met with a positive response from Cialan's family. Initially, Cialan didn't understand why they were so disapproving of the union. He had known Emma for a while, and even though she wasn't of noble blood, her family was extremely wealthy. And most importantly, they loved each other deeply. Soon enough, they would realize that the disapproval ran deeper than wealth, fortune, or love, and was merely a result of the color of Emma's skin. Devastated, the couple didn't know what to do about this new roadblock. But they took solace in the fact that one half of their families were supportive. It also didn't help that most of the British nobility were also not in tune with the union. To them, it simply wasn't right. However, on June the 8th, 2013, the couple finally decided to place themselves and their happiness above all else and tie the knot at Longleat, the family estate in Wiltshire. The wedding, which was attended by 355 guests, was the largest ever held at Longleat. And Emma stunned, dressed in a gorgeous Angelina Colarusso gown, featuring a fitted bodice, square neckline, and sheer lace sleeves, embroidered with a traditional Bath flower. To complete the look, she donned a diamond tiara estimated to be 60 to 70 carats, giving her a rather regal princess-like look. With their marriage, Emma became Viscountess Weymouth. Despite their wedding being a lavish affair, tensions within the family were high leading up to Emma and Cialan's big day. The then Marquess and Marchioness of Bath failed to attend the wedding as they were not supportive of their nuptials. In 2015, Cialan revealed that his mother had asked him, "Are you sure about what you're doing to 400 years of bloodline?" It was this comment that led to her being excluded from the wedding, as Cialan shared that he did not want her anywhere close to his new family with that mentality. Although Cialan's mother was banned from the wedding, following the racist remarks she made about Emma, Alexander, on the other hand, wasn't too bothered about the union, but chose to boycott the ceremony due to a dispute with his son over changes made at Longleat. Apparently, Cialan had made some changes he didn't like at the family home, and for this reason, he was exceedingly furious at him. Reflecting on the absence of her father-in-law, Emma said, "It's very sad that he didn't come to the wedding, and that the misunderstanding has escalated to this point. But what can I do?" As expected, the feud led to an estrangement between Emma and her husband's family, but it doesn't appear to bother her much. She's spoken about the snobbiness, particularly among the much older generation she faced, adding that there's class and then there's the racial thing. "I'm not super easily offended, but it's a problem when someone's making you feel different or separate because of your race." Emma has been very vocal about dealing with outdated attitudes from not just her parents-in-law, but also some of her in-laws. According to her, she experienced racial prejudice from older members of her husband's family in a situation that she described as a jungle that she navigates as she grows up. Emma added that she's tough-skinned and not easily offended. However, she also acknowledged that it's challenging when people make you feel different because of your race, or form a prejudiced opinion before knowing you. Interestingly, Emma also confessed that before she met her husband, she hadn't exactly experienced any racism. According to her, from my perspective and with hindsight, I can see that it was incredibly naive. I absolutely believe that in the UK, we lived in a post-racial society. She later added that she was made more aware of herself from the outside in when she got engaged. Even though she admitted that it was a rather significant moment for her, she did add that she didn't want to acknowledge the significance because it has meant a lot to a lot of people. In her words, it was a moment in history that people got a lot of hope and encouragement from, but I didn't do anything on purpose. I just have to appreciate that I've been written to personally and seen it written about, and it's been taken very seriously. Although the British media and beyond compare the Marchioness to Meghan Markle, Emma herself has said that she would not want to compare herself to Meghan, even though they are both navigating uncharted waters. Following their successful union, the couple welcomed their first child in October 2014, a son whom they named John Alexander Lottie Thynn, Viscount Weymouth. Unfortunately, this would be the first and last child Emma would carry because she developed hypothysitis, an inflammation of the pituitary gland. As a result, John had to be born through an emergency cesarean section at the Linda Wing, St. Mary's Hospital. After his birth, the couple was soon informed that it wouldn't be wise for Emma to carry another child, considering her health situation. The couple was initially devastated. However, they soon learned that surrogacy was a safe bet and an option open to them. Emma has always been vocal about her love for a big family. It was therefore no surprise when in 2016, the couple welcomed another son through surrogacy. According to them, they had chosen the US as the country had a better understanding and was better equipped to carry out the process. Their son was born a lord and christened Harry Richard Isaac Thynn in Los Angeles in December 2016. What's really interesting about Emma's surrogacy journey was that she openly spoke about the entire process and her feelings concerning it. According to her, relying on a surrogate mother made her feel guilty and confused. She then added that, however, being able to share this experience with other women who, for different reasons, went through the same thing, helped me to make the decision. She wrapped it up by saying that Henry's arrival was one of the most beautiful experiences of the life. It was something incredible, she said. Even though Emma now had 2 sons with Cialan, his mother still hadn't reconciled with the family. Emma had previously stated that she wasn't going to force a relationship with her mother-in-law, but if the children wished to see her when they grew older, it was fine with her. Unfortunately, the Dowager Marchioness of Bath would never get to meet her grandchildren. She lived in the same estate as her son and his family. They never got to formally reconcile as she passed away in 2022 at the age of 78. Alexander himself lived a healthy life until COVID-19 struck in 2020. On the 28th of March, he was admitted to the Royal United Hospital in Bath. Unfortunately, after spending several weeks battling for his life, he passed in April from COVID complications. Confirming the news, Longleat Safari Park shared a Facebook post the Sunday after his death, where they expressed their deepest sadness. In addition, they politely requested a period of privacy to deal with their loss. Cialan went on to share that the day before they got the tragic call, they had received a call from the hospital where they were told that he was perking up. Naturally, they were excited and thought he would come home soon. Unfortunately, he never would return alive. Cialan still can't believe his father's gone, but worst of all, he's struggling to process how he never had the opportunity to be there when his father passed. He also confessed that he shed tears since his father's death. Although no one attended his cremation due to COVID-19, the 7th Marquess' ashes are scattered at Heaven's Gate, a stunning beauty spot on the Longleat Estate, just as he wished. The media has dubbed Emma the Marquise 2.0 because she brings fresh air to the British aristocracy, not just through her heritage and business, but also through her private life choices. After marrying into the family, she took on the role of overseeing Longleat's estate in Safari Park. It was here that she launched Emma's Kitchen, a brand focused on food and lifestyle. Opening the doors of the Longleat Estate, the couple was featured in All Change at Longleat, a documentary series consisting of 3 parts. When she's not busy cooking or engaging in other unconventional Marchioness duties, Emma spends her time embracing the world of fashion. In 2017, she joined Fiorucci as a brand ambassador, expanding her influence in the fashion world. In addition to this, she also graced the runways for Dolce & Gabbana, appearing in prestigious shows hosted at Harrods. Her career in fashion journalism took off in February 2018, when she assumed the role of fashion editor at British Vogue. But if there's one undeniable thing, it's that her status has caused immense change in the British nobility. Leading up to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding, media outlets highlighted Emma alongside other prominent Black royal and noble women. She was listed among modern examples such as Princess Angela of Liechtenstein, Princess Keisha Milana of Iperugesha, and Princess Kaliso Damiani of Swaziland, highlighting a resurgence of interest in African royalty and nobility with ties to African heritage. Today, the couple lives a private life in their regal estate, which they occasionally open to interviewers.